Thanks for staying with us on News Desk. Time now for Tech Talk, and we are here to talk latest cars, phones, software, everything smart. Kobe and Chroma.
And so we all know trucks and we all know supercars, but Tesla is electric, guys, when it comes to cars. And they just released the new Roadster, and it's supposed to be doing 0 to 60 in about 1.9 seconds.
Wait, 0 to 60
miles per hour
in 1.9 seconds.
1.9 seconds dead.
That's
so that's what they're saying. That's what they're claiming it's going to be doing, and it's going to have about 620 miles of range because it's an electric car. So you have about 620 miles before you have to charge it again. And then
so you charge the car like you charge your phone?
the car like you charge your phone, and then you drive it for about 620 miles, and you have to charge it again.
So what kind of like outlets would you use to charge?
They have a specific, you can use an AC outlet, they have a plug for it, but then they have these charging stations around America where you can go plug it in, fast charging, like we have on phones now, so they'll charge fast.
So like fuel stations, you have charging stations.
Yes, so you go
and do they pay when they charge the car?
Yeah, you have to pay like fuel, but I mean,
but you can just have the outlet at home
and you can charge at home too. So you're at home, you're already paying electricity at home, so why not just use it to charge?
With our tariffs, I don't know if you can charge a car.
That's the problem, you know. But you know, and this is some serious numbers for the auto industry. It's competing with the likes of Lamborghini and Ferrari. I'm sure they're probably shaking in their boots right now because this is an electric car. It's going to cause, you know, a bit of a disruption.
But it looks sweet if you ask me.
It looks very, very sharp. I like it.
I won't mind showing up for the schools reunion next week, you know.
Trust me, you have to park miles away in case, you know, people see you and then everybody got us on. You don't want to get that car scratched, you know. You don't want people touching it. You just want people to look. Don't have people touching it.
But what's the point of having it if you can't show off? I mean,
you know. And also they have a truck too. They released an electric truck. I mean, I'm thinking an electric truck. You know, Ghana, where our trucks themselves are always breaking down in the middle of the road. But these guys say they're the future. I mean, Tesla is always about the future. Everything different. And one different thing is the seat is in the middle. And
rather than the left side.
Rather than on the left side, you're sitting in the middle and you have two screens surrounding you, one on the left, one on the right. That, you know, has all your information. And I mean, with Tesla's history, that screen is going to have all the information. I'm thinking.
So that's the seat in the screen now?
Yes, that's the seat on the screen now, sitting in the middle. The driver has the whole front to himself. And well, it has a 500-mile range, unlike the sports car, which has 620. This has a 500-mile range, which is good, considering that they will have super stations, as Tesla likes to call it, scattered all around. So from one spot to the other, you can charge it. And it's all in the light of reducing emissions, you know. And they're totally eliminating emissions with no, you know, fossil fuels being burnt. The diesel companies also have some competition there, if you ask me.
And it has a lot of, you know, implications for the entire oil and gas industry, upstream, downstream, because these are the people who, as cars, that really put these oil marketers in business.
And, well, we are also concerned about the environment. So the least emissions, or when there are no emissions at all, then there's no global warming.
Actually, the oil Ghana too, we drill something.
We need
anyway, let's move on to.
Okay, so moving on. Google just released their Pixel Buds. And it's a wireless pair of earphones. And the great thing about these Pixel Buds is, you know, the Google Assistants, where you can ask, okay, Google, book me an appointment, show me directions to the nearest restaurant. So you just tap the earphones and you talk to your Google Assistant. Or you may come across as looking as someone who's lost his mind because you're constantly having a conversation with a robot in your ears. No one else can hear, so they don't know. You're like, okay, Google, book me an appointment.
Do you remember when the Bluetooth earpiece became very popular? You see people just talking.
You're like, is this guy okay? And you get that, you know, that feeling from people. But I like it. Another thing I like about it is that it connects to your Google Translate. So imagine you're in Japan. Someone sees you, konnichiwa, and you're like, "Oside," but then you can ask your you can ask your Pixel Buds to translate those for you.
Okay.
So then live translation into your ears. So the person is speaking Japanese, and the earphones are speaking English to you.
Wow.
Yes.
Imagine what that could do for business transactions.
Exactly. So you have it in your ear. You're talking to people. And so you can also say what you want to say in English, and then the phone reads it out in the language that the person spoke to you.
But you know, I forgot to ask this with the Tesla Roadster. What's the cost of these things?
They haven't announced how much it's going to cost.
Okay.
Yet.
What about the Pixel Buds?
The Pixel Buds cost about $150 right now. It's about the same price as the Apple AirPods. So, I mean, we're in the era of wireless. Everything is going wireless. So these things are wireless. You put them in the case. You saw the case that they come in.
Yeah.
They actually charge it while it's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have an inbuilt battery that can charge it. So for 10 minutes, you can have an hour of listening, and I think that's good.
Pretty decent.
Yeah. And then, so for people who want to get on the smartphone, you know, boat, but don't have the money, there's the OnePlus series of phones. I'm sure every geek, every techie around knows the OnePlus series of phones. They're powerful.
So for those of us who are not techies, tell us.
Okay. So the OnePlus 5T, which was just announced, is a sequel from the OnePlus 5. So it basically packs the same internals, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835. It has, you know, 64 gigs of memory and all that, but it's cheap.
Okay.
They started,
I got interested as soon as you said that.
Yeah. OnePlus came into the market with the intention of giving people affordable smartphones, but powerful at the same time. So it comes with the same internals you get in another smartphone, but it's more affordable. Sometimes even about half the price, sometimes 3 times less. And so this time, it's 2017, everybody's going bezel-less. So you can see the Samsung Note 8 and then the S8 Plus, no bezels. iPhone 10, no bezels. So they also decided, you know what, no bezels. They've taken off the bezels from the OnePlus 5, and now it's more screen.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's they also made some changes. The camera system.
Aren't we compromising on quality in any way? I mean, sometimes you buy these affordable smartphones and you realize they don't last as long as the more expensive ones.
Surprisingly, the OnePlus series of phones actually last quite long. They're built well, and if you watch the reviews on YouTube and online, you find out that people are always praising them for making the phones worth their money, even though it's cheap, but then it's still worth it, you know. And yeah, for the first time, I would say that I'm interested in getting one.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm usually a skeptic when it comes to things that are cheap because I'm like that, you know.
Because you are rich like that.
No, I'm not rich yet. I'm not rich yet, but yeah, I'd like to have one. And then for people like me who always want the power, there's a Razer phone that was announced.
Wow.
So Razer is a gaming company. If you know me for a long time, you know I'm always buying gaming laptops because they always have the power.
Like this monster sitting in front of us.
This monster right here. So before this, I had a Razer laptop, the Razer Blade. And Razer has been known to making, you know, very compact, powerful laptops. And now they made a phone. And the phone you're seeing is focused on gaming. One feature that is big is the screen has a refresh rate of 120 hertz. I know that's a lot of technical jargon, but what this means is that it's buttery smooth. Like, you know, you notice a bit of jitter when you move, when you're scrolling on a normal phone. With this one, you wouldn't notice any lag at all. It's like you're scrolling and it's so smooth. It's like hot knife through butter. So, but the reason why this is like that is so when you're playing games, it's fluid.
You don't see any buffering,
you don't see any buffering or any lag,
nothing.
It's very smooth and has 8 gigs of RAM.
Wow.
Yes.
For a phone?
For a phone.
That's
some people's laptops still have 4 gigs of RAM. It has 8 gigs of RAM.
I don't want to mention the name of anyone in the back room.
Oh, yes, we know them. And then it has front-facing, very loud speakers. So unlike everybody going bezel-less, they decided to stick with the bezels because they put the speakers in there, and they're very loud. And it has a huge battery, 4,000 milliampere hours.
I have permission to say that it's actually Dennis, our sound man, who is... So if you don't hear me in the next 3 seconds, he's taking out his revenge on me
for calling out his laptop.
For calling out his laptop. Go ahead.
So this 4,000 milliampere hour battery means that you can have close to a whole day of battery life on your phone. Most smartphones, people always complain, my battery is always dying. It's because you have about 3,000 mAh of battery. But this comes with 4,000. It's a problem I have too. We all have it. The phones are smart, but they don't have power, you know, to keep us going through like 24 hours to 36 hours of a day.
So my friend describes in this simple way: smartphones, dumb batteries.
Snap, Charlie, shake me. I like that. So yeah, that's it for the world of tech for now, and hopefully next week we would have some new stuff. I like tech, you know. Every week there's something new.
You know, it's like every minute there's something new. It's not good for our pockets though. Anyway, thank you very much, Komi
Thank you for having me.
For joining us now.